stark warning about President Trump's tariffs and the U.S. economy from the International Monetary Fund, what they're now saying about what could happen to the U.S. economy and growth. And tonight, the huge blow to Elon Musk's Tesla profits, down 71%. And what Musk said late today, just moments ago, in fact, to investors, and what he said about President Trump's tariffs. Here's Mary Bruce.
Tonight, a stark warning from the International Monetary Fund. President Trump's tariffs will slow down economic growth around the world, with the United States taking a significant hit. It comes as Wall Street is heading towards its worst April since the Great Depression in 1936, and as the White House tries to reassure anxious investors. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent telling a J.P. Morgan conference he expects a, quote, de-escalation of the trade war with China, saying the current situation is unsustainable. But the administration sending mixed signals about the state of the talks with China. The president today painting a rosy picture.
We're going to be very nice. They're going to be very nice. And we'll see what happens. But ultimately, they have to make a deal. I think it's a process that's going to go pretty quickly.
But behind closed doors, the Treasury Secretary telling J.P. Morgan something very different, acknowledging China is going to be a slog in terms of negotiations.
Mr. President, you said you're ultimately going to make a deal with China, but where do things stand right now? Have you talked to him? The secretary said these negotiations are going to be a slog.
My relationship with President Xi is great.
So you've talked?
It's been great for a long time. We've had a very good relationship, and I think we'll make a deal with China.
The president today also making a point of saying he has no intention of firing Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. Yesterday, the Dow taking a dive after Trump attacked Powell on social media, calling him a, quote, major loser. The president now seeming aware his knocks on the Fed chief can rattle global markets.
I have no intention of firing him. I would like to see him be a little more active in terms of his idea to lower interest rates.
Stocks have been on a roller coaster ride since Trump announced his tariffs, with one company seeing a notable plunge in profits. Tesla tonight announcing its profits have plunged a staggering 71% in the first quarter of this year, since CEO Elon Musk took a major role in the Trump administration. The company acknowledging, quote, political sentiment likely played a role. Musk, who has taken a chainsaw approach to slashing tens of thousands of federal jobs, tonight telling Tesla investors he will soon be spending a lot more of his time focused on his business.
I think I'll continue to spend, a day or two per week on government matters for as long as the president would like me to do so, and as long as it is useful. But starting next month, I'll be allocating far more of my time to Tesla. And now that the major work of establishing the Department of Government Efficiency is done.
And Musk told his investors that he has been advocating to Trump for lower tariffs, but saying ultimately this is up to the president. David.
Mary Bruce at the White House. Mary, thank you.